Hello, everyone, and welcome in to the Bar Hill Game Day. Music stops abruptly. What's going on, dude?
What's up, buddy?
What's up, man?
What's going on, Jeff?
Can everybody hear everybody pretty good? Yeah,
I hear
good.
you fine. Yeah,
Yeah,
sound good to me.
He sounds pretty low, Alan. Are you all right, man? Are you trying to whisper?
Sounds like he's still trying to wake up.
No, yeah, no. I got the wake up juice in this big 32-ounce tumbler,
There you go.
but everybody
Well-
in the house is asleep. So
It's kind of funny that you mentioned that because my wake up juice, when I rolled in, I said, "Hey, I'll stop by Starbucks. I'll get me a hot coffee because it's a little chilly out here." And they said, "No, you're going to have cold today." So I got an iced coffee, and it still tastes very delightful. We got the
51 degrees here in Chapel Hill.
yeah, it's a crispy 51 out here, and I've got a ice cold beverage.
So do I. So we're good.
Right. So we are we're ready for any and everything today, brother. We are ready for any and everything today. But hey, we're not going to be the only ones in here today. If you guys remember, we did a scouting report just last week or earlier on this week. We did it last weekend. We actually recorded the thing. But we were joined by a we're already calling everybody in today.
Calling the law.
we got the whole thing. We got the fire department. We got everything going on. But we had a
I
scouting
thought that was
so what?
here I thought that was the corner to pick up UNC.
Well, this might be getting ready to, but we're actually going to be joined right here in just a couple of minutes by Wes and Austin McIsaac, father and son. They came and hung out with us during the scouting report earlier this week. It was a great time. You guys have plenty of time to be able to go re-listen to that. If you get the chance to be able to do that. For some reason, my headphones are being my cans are being weird today, so I might have to double check what's going on there with that. But as long as you can hear, you're good.
I'm good.
So there's that. But Alan, what's your thoughts on the game coming in? As you see down here at the bottom, Clemson favor 14.5, 77.6% chance of victory. Carolina with a 22.4.
It's gone up a point since open.
Yeah, it opened at 13.5, and now it's moved up. I'll let you I'll let you open us up, Alan, with your thoughts on the game fairly quickly, and then we'll kick it over to Jeff while we wait for our Clemson connoisseurs.
Yeah, well, maybe the point spread went up because they announced Max Johnson as the starter or probable starter.
Hey, I don't like this. Just go ahead and can this just crap attitude. I don't like it.
Go back to band.
And since that announcement, that might be what the point spread went up because all we've been told this season is the Gio is the much better quarterback when it comes between the two. So when you put your second stringer in, you're probably not as apt to succeed. Coming into the game, coming out of the bye week, there's not a lot of hope around the program. I say the point spread went up in jest because they put Max Johnson in, but putting Max Johnson in, I think might have the embers in the fire pit that are just about to go out, might have just caught like this small gust of breeze to light the fire up again. But North Carolina's got a lot of things working against them.
Like,
well, you're essentially back to game one with the offense if Max Johnson starts because you still don't know what you have at offense. Your best you have your best offensive lineman who was supposed to play center for you is now playing tackle because your left tackle position, well, you don't have one outside of your best center, which now puts Chad Lindbergh facing Peter Woods, and we all know who Peter Woods is. Now, granted, he's not
Last
having the
year.
you're not you're Peter Woods isn't having the best year, but he's still Peter freaking Woods.
I like it. I like it.
I did homework.
So I mean,
So, well, here's my question.
I hope
Here's
they
my
win
question.
though.
No, you don't. Just stop.
I do hope they. I hope
stop.
they win. I just don't.
Stop. Just stop.
Think
You just want to say that to stay face. That's all you want to do. Yeah, you're watching too much WWE television. That's what's happening to you. I see where we
WWE
have
sucks right now.
one.
I'm still mad about that. But last night, that's a whole other subject.
I heard
I caught
Is
the end
that
of
right?
WWE last night. That's
Right?
it. That's it.
Well, if you caught the end, it was just enough to piss you off.
Exactly.
There you
Yeah,
go.
because we've had the Randy conversation. So yeah,
correct.
100% it
Yeah.
was. Yes,
and
it
that's
was.
my childhood hero.
Yes, it was.
But so doesn't it say something for the development of Chad Lindbergh to be able to come in and keep the starting position?
Yes. He's certainly the first game of the year. Yeah, he scared me.
Mm-hmm.
I
Him
think
and Christo both.
Yeah, I think there's something to be said for that. Quite honestly, offensive line is just one of those positions. Offensive line is one of those things where you know there's a lot of if you have the versatility to be able to move around, it's a good thing.
Right.
So, yeah, it's not where guys are not where we thought they would be as far as position goes there, and they're still dealing with injury stuff. But I think it says something. I do think it says something.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, for sure. And Alan already answered this question, so we'll kick it over to you, Jeff. What's your thoughts? Kind of this is morning of. How are you feeling? We know Max Johnson is QB1 now,
and I think. I think a lot of Carolina fans, the kind of pulse that I've seen from the fan base on social media has been, let's see a full game. And this is what I've been saying. Let me see a full game of Max Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
When he's been in there, it's been pretty good. His QBR, I think I saw a stat yesterday. His QBR is actually like second in the conference. It's like an 82 or something. By comparison, I think Gio is down like in the teens.
14.
Yeah. From what I saw, yes, I saw something from I think it might have been David Hale yesterday. I can't remember who it was.
So he's not the worst rated quarterback in the conference.
No, he was like the worst. Yeah.
He was the worst.
I think it was the worst. I think it was bottom, but I think it was like a 14.
I don't know how you get.
Like
No. Technically, I think Tor Newkirk is the worst.
Okay.
Because
he had one snap.
He didn't have. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So he's the worst.
Yeah. There's a minimum of snaps to that, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I mean, I think we want to see. I think a lot of Carolina fans are hopeful to say, okay, well, what can Max do? I think the prevailing thought I've seen is the offense, as we are running it, is not suited to Gio, which is a little, that's perplexing to me that we had a starting quarterback and we were running the guy out there and the offense wasn't suited to him and it was more suited to the backup.
Right.
That opens up a whole nother can of worms with Kitchens that I think a lot of people have been screaming about. Let's see what we get with Max.
Yeah, and I like exactly what you're saying here because now Alan goes to the point you don't know what you have offensively. We have a lot of players offensively.
We do.
We have a lot of ball players. The starting
skill.
lineup outside of the offensive line, who's obviously had some turnover. You all know who they are. We've saw what the offense can be with these players. The biggest question has been number one, play calling. That's Freddie Kitchens, and number two, quarterback play. Okay, well, one of those guys, or one of those problems, has now been filled with some familiarity. Max Johnson came in last year, got with this team, was supposed to be your QB1. Now, granted, they had to kind of work through some things through Chip Lindsey a little bit. but things started to pick up for him, and then he got hurt. Okay, you can't do anything about that.
Kitchens was there with that though, so
Right. So he's there.
So
it's familiarity. He knows the players.
Continuity.
He's been in here with them. You know, Ship's trained with Max. Here we go. Then you bring in Gio. All right. He's supposed to be your guy. He's supposed to be Magic Johnson. It doesn't pan out. And I understand from their aspect, this is a quarterback. You know, you're trying to make it work because of his potential is there. You know, you think it is.
And what you paid him in NIL.
You paid him in NIL, and you want to make it work, but clearly it ain't working. Something ain't clicking here. And when you put Max back in, even though it's been off of Gio injuries, he has come in and has looked poised throughout his time on the field. And defenses change how they guard North Carolina.
And they have to.
Exactly.
Max has shown the ability. Max has shown the ability to progress through his reads.
Mm-hmm.
Gio,
you can watch him do it.
Yeah, Gio hadn't shown that so far.
Mm-hmm.
Max has shown that, and honestly, you know, it's one of those things you get when you get transfers nowadays in the portal. You're like, okay, you automatically look where they come from, and you go, oh man, he came from, you know, South Alabama, or he came from Yale or Princeton, and you automatically just start to go, you know, that's the lower level of competition. Can they do it? Sometimes they can, sometimes they can't. I don't know. Max has seen big time ball, right?
Oh, absolutely. He's been in the SEC. He's thrown for 50 touchdowns. He's done his thing.
And that's not to say that, you know, I'm not, who knows? I mean, I'm not shutting the door on Gio as a complete abject failure, because who knows what it brings.
Right.
I mean, it's still a small sample size. But I'm
Jeff, it's been 4 games.
It's still a smaller.
We don't got to sugarcoat this.
It's still a smaller sample size. I mean, I understand what you're saying. Yes. I still think it's a smaller sample size with a team honestly that's still trying to find themselves. I mean, 70 new guys, new coaching staff. You know, nobody said it was going to be easy, and I've said it. You know, I got shelled by a lot of people on Twitter a couple weeks ago because I said, well, and I'm the optimistic guy. Everybody knows that, right? I am, but
I'm with you, brother.
But even so,
I'm with you, brother.
Even so, I said, you know, if you thought that it was going to be world beaters day one with Belichick, I mean, I'm sorry. You know, you were kidding yourselves and you were being a little crazy. It's going to take some time, and no, it doesn't mean
8-4.
It doesn't mean that I'm not that I'm happy with where we are, because it sucks.
Absolutely.
You know, I wanted us to be better, and we're not as far along as I wanted us to be at this point. I'll admit that.
Right.
But there's still time. You know, that's the thing. There's still time.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I'm excited.
Time.
The season starts.
I'm excited to see Max.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see a full game of Max. They've known this week that Gio was going to be a questionable guy, and it probably wasn't going to be a go.
Right.
So my hope would be Max has been getting reps, all the real reps, and
right.
And there's a couple more guys at least one more guy on the injury report that I'm excited to see.
Right.
Get to see today. So,
well, I'll tell you one thing. You know, this is going to be an interesting game, but I'm curious to see from a Clemson perspective what in the world they think now that Max Johnson is going to be the guy that's going to be throwing the football against them today. We are joined now by Mr. Wesley McIsaac. This dude is a legend. He was with us. His son's going to be joining us right here in just a second. I see that he's joined in, but nothing's working right now, so he might need to leave and rejoin, and then I'll bring him in. But Wes, what's your thoughts coming into this game, man?
Well, Max kind of scares me, man. I called it earlier in the week. I said Max will get the start, guys, and him being more of a pocket passer, pro type quarterback. I think that scares me. With considering the way our defense played against Syracuse, giving up run and pass. But yeah, Max, it's concerning. but hopefully our defensive front will wake up this week and put a little pressure on Max. But yeah, I think this game's going to be a lot closer than the spread anyway. That's my prediction. So
would you pick like a 22-18 deal or something of that nature?
yeah, that was my score, 22-18.
Wow. You're
I think
I like the way you're thinking, at least. I mean, that's more hope. That's more hope than I have, quite honestly. But I mean, I'm worried y'all are gonna wake up.
well, I've been waiting for that wake up the past 4 weeks, and it hadn't happened. And that's yet to be determined. So I really think it's gonna be closer than the prediction. And you guys are kind of trying to find yourself, and it could be a wake up game, guys. With Max's quarterback, that could wake up things. Nathan, you talked about the Clemson waking up in previous games against
ACC championship. Yes, Cade Klubnik came in.
Y'all could be reversing the script on us today.
I tell you one thing I'm very excited to see, because I'm just right down a couple of like a section over from you. When Max Johnson takes that field, I really hope to God that this crowd goes bonkers for that dude. Oh my gosh, dude! Like I'd lose my mind for him, seriously, because that would be legit. 100%, man. This is going to be this is really going to be to me. This is the game you want to see now. Because now I want to see North Carolina go up against Clemson. I understand Clemson hasn't looked the best in the world. North Carolina hasn't looked the best in the world. I don't care, man. Both. I think a lot of people think Clemson's going to wake up. But hey, what happens if North Carolina wakes up too?
Yeah.
And it ends up being a dog fight. And that's the possibility that I think is now there. Not saying it's going to happen. But I'm saying the possibility for that is now here.
There's a real chance. No, right. And that's a real chance there. I mean, who knows?
With Gio, we knew we were going to get destroyed. Here's what it was.
Here's something to brighten your spirits, Wes.
I think you're right. Yeah.
You were going to brighten our spirits?
No, I'm going to brighten Wes's spirits.
Oh, wow.
Of course. That doesn't. Yes, of course he is.
Cade Klubnik in 2 appearances against UNC, 41 for 56. 498 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, and 2 rushing touchdowns.
Well, that's not the Cade Klubnik we're seeing this year. So.
I was going to say, I mean, it's a what have you done for me lately? I mean, things, right. Guys go through stuff, right? I mean,
well, let's hop in here and let's get some Austin perspective here. Austin's finally joined us here. He is the son of Wesley McGuire. We got 2 legends in here with us. Austin, how you feeling on game day morning, man?
I wish Gio was starting. Is that fair to say?
We've already covered that, but
yeah. No, I've been listening to you guys. Actually, my son was getting up, so I was a little late getting in here. But I think I've become more interested in the under on this game now that the news of Max Johnson's broke. I think my original prediction was like a 30-17. And I think now that Max is starting – is that confirmed or is that just speculation at this point?
It's confirmed.
It's a real deal.
I don't know what you guys think, but I think to me that means more sustained drives by North Carolina, at least moving the ball. Maybe not necessarily points coming off of every drive, but that means less possessions for Clemson, less time on the field with an already struggling offense. I think I'm becoming more interested in the under for this one. I think it goes under 50 for sure, but wouldn't be surprised if we're under 46.5.
Wow. I can get with that right there. You come on across, man. Absolutely. He's bringing the coffee for us. That's what it is. Maybe I can actually get some hot coffee this time. Yeah, I got up here into Chapel Hill and I was like, "Ooh, I'll get me." It's a little chilly outside, like 51 degrees, 52 currently right now is where I'm sitting at. I'm like, I'll get me some hot coffee, and they're like, "No, you're gonna have cold today." And they handed me a cold iced coffee. I said, "Screw it, this is just what's gonna happen." And I'm gonna keep. So I'm a little shivery this morning. I'm shaking like a dog crapping peach seeds, but it's okay. We're gonna make it because North Carolina is coming into a game where the ACC season for Carolina is still up for grabs. This is the first ACC game for Carolina.
And that's
Clemson's played 2. Right. You know, and they've played 2 solid ones
and lost 2.
Played 2, lost 2.
I mean, our schedule is it's there if we could figure something out.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I feel like our schedule's getting
easier.
harder.
Well,
And the reason
It's
being is
getting
because
harder because we're playing, but it's still not a.
well, even if Carolina
what
was
you're saying,
playing like
right.
well,
The teams are a little better than we
Right.
thought they would be that we've got coming.
right?
But
You know,
still,
Wes Austin, let me get your thoughts here. What's your thoughts on the ACC now that we've seen a few games in? Like today, we got Miami and Florida State.
Florida State coming off. Yeah.
Florida State coming off a loss to Virginia. All right. What do you guys think about the ACC right now?
Certainly more parity this year, and I don't know if the league is up or the top-heavy version of the league is down. I still haven't figured that out yet.
Good question.
Obviously, Florida State is better than they were last year, which typically Florida State is a top-tier portion of the ACC. But I think the game last Friday night, the Florida State going into Virginia and losing, confirmed to me that there is more parity in the league. I mean, that Virginia played well, and it's a different Virginia team than what we saw last year.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia Tech is finally putting things together, and I think their schedule is favorable for a big run.
Mm-hmm.
I think today's game between Florida State and Miami is huge as far as percentages go to end up in Charlotte. But the ACC as a whole, I feel like anybody, there's maybe 4 or 5 teams at this point that you could make a case that could end up in Charlotte, and I don't think we're used to saying this at this point.
Are Clemson fans rooting for Miami to beat Florida State because that would put Florida State at 2 losses in the conference?
Maybe the super mathematical Clemson fans. I've kind of scratched all my math out on my paper and taken 1 week at a time at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, it's certainly a scenario. Last year we played the scenario game and everything kind of worked out in our favor with the Syracuse win late. So if there's a chance, which there is, that is a scenario that has to happen. So certainly.
Mm-hmm. Wes, what you think?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we're definitely. I hope Miami pulls it out. And like Austin, I think the top to bottom ACC, I think is kind of a little more equal than usual, and that's good. I like to see the competition there, and at the end of the season come down to the last games or whatever to see who's going to the ACC championship. But unfortunately, we're not in that talk this year. But and we could be. I mean, if Miami beats,
see how it works.
Yeah, I mean, we're not throwing in the towel yet, and then if we can maybe turn it around today, get our first ACC win, and hope for other losses, then we can still be in the picture come the end of the season.
Yeah, I feel like in this game, on a outside looking in perspective, there is no win here for either team. If you win, okay, let's say Clemson wins. Okay, you beat a North Carolina team that can't do anything against Power 4. Okay, if North Carolina wins, it's hey, you beat it down Clemson. Congratulations, go you. You beat it then 1-4 Clemson. Congratulations, go you. Right there,
can't win for losing.
Right. So there's no win. But
I'll push back on that a little. Go
ahead. What you got?
I mean, yeah, Clemson's down. You rat. Clemson. Yes, Clemson's down.
The big view, the Stephen A. view.
Yeah.
Clemson is 100% down, but Clemson 100% has loads of NFL talent, and they're just not performing. That doesn't mean Clemson's not good. If North Carolina comes out this afternoon and is able to get a win, then I think that does more for UNC than if Clemson comes in North Carolina and wins, because North Carolina doesn't carry that cachet of being a top program in the ACC when it comes to football. Clemson does.
Right.
So I think North Carolina benefits greatly from beating the Clemson team. Maybe not in the national media's eyes. It'll go untalked about. But as far as the locker room and the fan base, I think it does wonders to finally beat the proverbial giant of the ACC.
No, I think you're right. Was it 2010?
2010, yeah.
2010.
Butch Davis.
2010. miss an extra point
Don't
or
even get
miss
me
a
started
2-point
on.
conversion.
Don't get me started on Butch Davis.
2015 sadness. Go
I
ahead.
want to say, contrary to that, I think Clemson losing today has much more implications on their program than Clemson winning today. Just from a program
1-4.
perspective.
I get no. I think you're right.
He's 1-4.
No, I definitely think you're right.
That's wild to think about.
It's
won't happen.
It's crazy to me. On the Clemson side of things, it's crazy to me the heat that, and I don't pay a whole bunch of attention to what's going on with Clemson. I mean, as far as like deep into everything, but just Dabo having to come out a couple weeks ago or whatever, he was like, "Yeah, if y'all want to get rid of me, I mean, who else is that dude?" He's done so much. I mean, I respect Dabo and so much, and I love that guy. He's a great guy. Clemson was a strong regional. They were really strong. They've always been strong in the ACC, but it was still more regionalized. Dabo has brought y'all to the forefront nationally. I mean, just year in and year out. You have a little bit of a down year, it happens. I don't know how real the heat is, but the fact that he had to come out and say that just kind of.
He had a lot of good coaches.
It makes me laugh because that guy is just. I mean, he's done so much. He's brought so much talent there, and.
My thing is this, man. If they want to let him go, he can come to the real Carolina because he says in Chapel Hill he can come to the real Carolina and show the other one, the Aldi brand Carolina, what's up over here too. So we'll always welcome you over here, Dabo. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
100%.
So yeah, no, 100%. I think that's people. And I'll get you guys' take on this because obviously you're Clemson fans, you live and breathe this. But going back to your words on the scouting report, like, hey, we're spoiled as Clemson fans. We set the standard. Obviously, this year is not holding up to the standard per current right now, sitting 1-3. That's the first time in the Dabo Swinney era. He took over in 2008, I believe it was. 2008, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Took over the Clemson program, and they've never saw 1-3. Never. In North Carolina, it's like, wow, we kind of see that fairly often. We haven't really saw that much over the last, 6 years now.
Not in the first couple because they're easy, but
right, typically, but for you guys, if there was a loss today, how are you going to feel? Is it would it be the way in which the loss occur, or would a loss in general just completely just plummet your excitement?
I think it completely plummet my excitement. But I mean, I could see if we were having a down year, losing a lot of seniors or players to the portal, I could see rebuilding, but considering the situation, we are having a down year when we got, 77% of our starters coming back on offense and defense. Dabo's
that's wild.
Real firm on, recruiting and developing these players and not using the portal. But, considering our down year with what we got, that's really alarming and surprising and really frustrating and scratching our head what's going on. But yeah, I mean, definitely a loss today. A loss today for us. I think Austin alluded to it in the other podcast about you might be starting to see some mid-season coaching changes and
Do you think that would happen? Do you think that would happen mid-season?
After a loss today, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me.
Start mixing up some of the
Yeah,
I heard that your second string quarterback might make it. Sorry, I stepped on you there, Austin.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Vizina?
Yeah.
If y'all pull out Vizina, and it won't take Wes off the screen currently. So Wes is now stuck on the screen. Can you guys still see Wes on the screen?
Yep.
That's good.
Is it something I did?
I don't think no.
Okay.
I think Nathan dropped.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Nathan's now gone. But yeah, no, keep going with that thought, Austin. Yeah, I mean, I've heard some whispers that Mazzina could get the start.
Yeah, and Dabo has done this thing, and I guess we saw it in the ACC championship. What was that, 2 years ago, where Dabo at some point, now he has a long leash with a starting quarterback. I mean, you can make mistake after mistake after mistake, and you still remain on the field. But as Cade continues to struggle into today, don't be surprised if you see Vizina come in. Now, it might be a handoff or two handoffs and then maybe a bubble screen. If that's how long the drive is, you might see Vizina come in and just, give Cade some time to go on the sidelines and think about the situation and either calm down or become motivated. So it's a strategy Dabo's used in the past, again, after that long leash runs out. But, I think we're getting towards the end of that, especially with the patience of the fan base. So I think he's more prone to do that at home just because you hear the boo birds more and you can feel the intensity of the fans versus on the road. But, Dabo knows. He knows the pressure that's on right now. So, yeah, Alan, I agree. I don't think anybody would be surprised to see Vizina get some snaps today in some capacity.
Yeah. Yeah, man. North Carolina, hearing that, I had a little bit of PTSD going back to the ACC championship game because, I was in the building for it. And, DJ, you got to start North Carolina come out looking like rock stars then. I think DJ got like 2 drives and it didn't look good. And Clemson came out the 3rd drive and, they showed Klubnik trotting off the sidelines on the big video board and the entire place went nuts. And that was the game essentially. So, yeah, talk. So you think that, Max Johnson gives us, got you a little worried. I just don't know. And Nathan is my counterpart on this, and Jeff was too when they were. I think they're having some connection difficulties. They try to keep me grounded, but I just see Clemson having so much talent that eventually this talent, the cream has to rise to the top, right? Eventually the talent has to shine through, and what more Carolina thing could happen to Carolina than Clemson comes to town and they all of a sudden look like the world beaters everybody thought they were.
Hi.
Yeah, they're back.
Hi.
Connection difficulty. We got it.
We're good. Yeah, the internet died. Yeah, it was good.
It like froze us all there for a second, but then I guess it just forced it back onto one of us.
Yeah. I was wondering why Wes was just stuck on the screen there for a minute. I'm like, hi, I can't do anything.
I want to answer Nathan's question, and then I'll get back to your questions on, do we think the cream could eventually rise back to the top and the guys start to perform for Clemson? So Nathan, I'm going to agree with my dad on this one. Any loss today of any sort, whether it's a down, 2, North Carolina kicks a game-winning field goal to win by 1 as time expires, a Georgia Tech type loss, getting blown out, to me that they would be of equal value. I think that I hope I don't offend any of you Tar Heels by saying this, but I think North Carolina's program is at a point where Clemson should win this game, and they should win by more than 1 possession. And I think it would warrant some type of change with Clemson's program if they lose in any capacity today.
No, I 100%. I
don't disagree.
I don't think you said anything wrong there. I think every North Carolina fan would be like, hey, "You're here, brother. You're here." No, 100%.
If there's ever a time to see the football genius, I'm still waiting for that football genius to show up that they hired. So, no time like the present to show, pull out that, E equals MC squared whiteboard.
Yeah, does he bring out something? I'm kind of curious here because I just happen to remember this from the scouting report, and we got Jeff here too, so I know he'll appreciate this. And he's already got his koozie ready here. But before noon beer.
I'm all for it. Haven't had one yet, but
Before noon.
Yeah. Or before breakfast beer.
I was in the lot at 6:30 and I cracked my first beer at 6:45. It was still dark. Yes, it was. I was in the lot at 6:30 and the first beer cracked at 6:45.
Wow.
It's a very. I don't think I've ever been in Chapel Hill. I've gotten to Chapel Hill before the sun rose. That's a new one for me. I left at 3:15 this morning and got up here. Dude, yeah, I was having myself a good time.
Jeff, does that come before or after your coffee?
Oh, dude, I had my so this is legit. Yesterday we went out and we went to lunch at work. Boss took us out for lunch to Wagon Wheel, and while we were waiting for our food, I was sitting on my Google Maps pinpointing Starbucks locations and the times that they opened. I found one that opened at 4:30 in the morning, and it was like an hour and a half in. I'm like, I can hit that one. So I hit that one this morning, and then I hit the one as soon as I got up here, and that's the one that gave me the ice cold coffee when I asked for hot. But that's okay because it's gone, and it was good, and it was just a really good time. So, what'd you say earlier? I was white girling it. That's me. I'm doing that today.
It's not pumpkin spice or anything, so you're
well, no, it's not pumpkin spice,
been
but
true. Yeah,
that is. Right. I'm not gonna lie. There is a pumpkin spice at Dunkin' right now that I am not ashamed to say that I am tearing up left, right, and center. That and whatever at West has got down there in Chesterfield, a Waka Flocka Flame or whatever the heck that thing's called. It's a really good spot down there. Chesterfield Social.
I'm not gonna lie. I love me some pumpkin spice from Starbucks, boy. Good gracious.
I'm not a coffee guy.
Come on, guys.
I'm trying to be the coffee guy. I'm not a coffee guy.
I love coffee, man. I got 32 ounces right here, just chilling.
And Wes is just drinking it straight black.
Straight black, man. A real man. A real man.
That's why he ain't got no hair. It's done melted it off.
Hey, guys, I got to drop, but I want to give my last take if it's all right.
Absolutely. Go ahead, brother.
Buddy. Go ahead.
Floor is yours.
I want to get back again to your statement about, your expectation, I guess, is that the roster will eventually prevail, and at some point they'll break out and be some, form of what we expected them to be coming into the year. My worry comes not only from Max Johnson starting today, but also giving Bill Belichick an extra week to prepare for this game. We do talk about how much of a football genius he is. He's had a lot of time to dissect the film from Clemson and where they've struggled, and I certainly think that he's going to attack those weaknesses today and give Cade some things to look at, some things to see. And Cade hasn't proved this year that he can adjust and, sort of counteract what defenses is thrown at him. So that's what worries me the most. Again, I think that this is going to be a low scoring game. I think that every point that is scored is going to matter, whether it's a field goal or a touchdown. I think I said 30-17 in the preview show. Mm. I'm thinking maybe more of like a 24-13, maybe 20-10 type game. I think it's going to be a little bit lower scoring than I thought. Maybe the gap close to the same, but I think defense is going to be what you see a lot of today.
Well, see, I liked our 17 to begin with because now you got us scoring less and less and less. Man, it's hurting my heart, hurting my feelings a little bit here. Real quick question. You can give me like one thing, and then I'm gonna have Wes kind of expand on it a little bit more. If Clemson wins today, it's going to be because blank.
It's going to be because they did not turn the ball over.
Boom. There we go. Sweet.
They've struggled with that early this year. And it's going to be because I'm going to say not only that they don't turn the ball over, but because they win the turnover battle.
Okay. I'm with that. 100%. I'm with that. And that's going to be key for Carolina. And Carolina's done a bad job of that this year already. But Austin, man, I appreciate you coming out here and hanging out with us, man. Looking forward to seeing how this game goes. And, boy, it's going to be just get ready. Just get ready for an absolute just wild day of nonsensory because it's about to happen on both sides of the ball. So
Man, we got
Go.
ludicrous in like an hour and a half, son.
Yes, we do. We got
Luda.
Luda. Yeah, Luda's coming up
Look
right
at
in
us.
about an hour and 45.
Well, guys, thanks for having us on for both the preview and the game day show. I appreciate it. And,
Absolutely, brother.
go Tigers.
Awesome, man.
See you,
Awesome.
man.
Wes,
See you, bud.
tell me, brother, if Clemson wins today, it will be because of blank.
I'm gonna say our defensive line wakes up and puts
Good
pressure
choice.
on Max and really T.J. Parker and Peter Wood come through and live up to the hype of their first round draft pick status. But I think that's the key in getting some turnovers, putting pressure on Max, maybe throwing a pick, maybe a pick six here and there, and that I think that in turn will get the offense going.
Jesus
Fire up the offense, and that's what I think that's key right there.
A pick six here or there. That
Speaking of
part right there.
defensive line,
Here or there. I'm like,
There could be a
daggum,
Price
son.
Yates signing.
Avion Terrell is going to get drafted
How
number
many?
1
How
overall,
many?
bro. Daggum. Daggum.
No, I'll
I'm
just
telling
take one. I mean, maybe some a fumble, scoop and score, maybe pick six, scoop and score, something like that.
look, we said Max Johnson starting. Gio's not starting. Max Johnson starting.
But yeah, I think that defense, coming through and then in turn firing up the offense and get it going.
Well, I want to go to Brett's comments that just came through just a second ago, and I want to go to this. He says, I hope UNC doesn't try to run the ball against Clemson. Max needs to throw the small ball and occasionally find the wide receivers. So, okay. From way that we've saw defenses change, TCU did this and UCF did this when Max Johnson entered the game. They changed how they were defending. They realized that, hey, we can't just stack the box against this team because they can really only do one thing, and that's they're going to try and run the ball. And if not, then they're going to try to run the ball they're going to try to roll Gio out or probably throw a screen pass. They realized that, hey, with Max Johnson, their offensive game becomes more vertical, right? They have the ability to go out there, and we've got the receivers to be able to go vertical. Ship, Culliver, Ari. Enter name here. So what I think is this is a game that if you can get the passing game going, you're going to be able to keep Clemson's defense honest. And you're not going to want Max Johnson to have to drop back every down. Because if you're doing that, then you're becoming one-dimensional. You're relying too much on him, and you're putting the offensive line
Under
in a
stress.
position to get blown up, which eventually could get Max blown up, and God forbid something actually happens to Max. Because after that, you've got Autori Newkirk again, right? Because after that, you've got Autori Newkirk coming in, and he's played one snap through a pick and went back to the bench.
At that point, I'm running Bryce Baker out, but that's just me.
Yeah,
I'm not going there, but
That's
I
an interesting topic.
That would be very good to see if what would they do if that situation legit, because I honestly think Gio will be dressed going out there. Well, since they've announced it, probably not. If they didn't announce Max as QB1, I think Gio probably would have went out there dressed just to keep Clemson on edge until Max literally walked out on the field, but they've already announced it. So there goes that. But yeah, that would be a very good question.
I mean, that's a conversation, different conversation entirely.
Yeah.
I mean, let's not forget, Bill Belichick was introduced at the Dean Smith Center with Bryce Baker.
Yes.
And Bryce Baker is now your full-string quarterback.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was there for that. Yeah.
Oh, were you really?
I was there that game when they introduced him.
Oh my gosh,
With
that's
Bryce
crazy.
with
I didn't know
Bryce
that.
with Bryce out there. Yep. And I think I actually tweeted. I said, "Yep, future's good. We're good."
Boy,
He's actually a lot bigger than I thought that he was.
You did tweet that. I remember that, Jeff.
It was a long time ago, but yeah, it feels
It
like
was a while.
feels like a lifetime ago. But I did. I said, "Yeah, we're good."
That's absolutely wild. Okay, Wes. How do you keep North Carolina from being able to run the ball?
Again, I mean, the defensive front has to come through and live up to the hype. I think, and linebackers fill in the gaps. So we talked about it
Wade Woodaz, hitting the wrong gaps, missing tackles. TJ Parker missing tackles. They just got to come play fundamental football and be who Clemson can be and was projected to be preseason. And I think that could, take care of itself there.
Alan, I want you to see this. I want you to see what I've got right here next to me. So I saw these papers sitting right here. This is Jeff brought this over. He has got fully typed out notes. Oh, it's way up there. These are fully blown typed out notes. He's got getting to know your 2025 opponent, the Clemson Tigers. 2020. He's got the record, the conference record, wins home and away, wins and losses home and away. Cade Klubnik last week.
I've got the key players. He's got area of strength and area of weakness for Clemson. So
this is what I'm talking about.
Like this dude is ready. I told y'all I tried to.
He's ready.
So I didn't sound like a daggone idiot out here.
See, and you wonder why I do my big long soliloquies in the preview and predictions, and that's because you got to make sure you set the stage, man. Got to set it right, bro.
I think one thing that's hurt Clemson is Cade Klubnik is pretty much religiously throwing the ball over the middle of the field. He's not targeting the sidelines a lot, and
checkdowns.
Yeah, it's over the middle, and that's a lot of traffic for him to have to coordinate. And I think that's why we see him have 4 interceptions this early in the season. Throwing, he's threw 1 each game, and when you think Clemson, T. Higgins, insert name here.
Yeah,
when it comes to wide receivers, and they're just not getting the production downfield. You're not seeing these guys just run by the defensive backs and him finding them streaming down the sidelines. He's having to read the defenses, and it looks like it's confusing him. So I'd be interested to see, because North Carolina has struggled out in the flats and up against the sidelines to cover.
UCF did that to us religiously.
That's the game that broke me too. I mean, the TCU game didn't break me as bad as that UCF game did.
Oh yeah, that UCF game. Everybody saw the picture of me.
That sucker needs to be a meme at this point.
Yes, this is me in the middle of the UCF game in the live watch party.
That needs to be a meme at this point.
Tori sitting next to me. I'm just upset. I'm mad. It's just not a good day for me. But hey, I tell you one thing. You want to talk about Cade Klubnik, and because a comment came through and I showed it to Jeff here, and I want for him to talk about it because I know this boy's excited for him. But we have to put Cade in position where he has to get happy feet. Take away the one read, as we've talked about. Now he's shown the ability he can look through the field, but it's like something this year has been off with him. I don't really know what it is. I can't pinpoint it. And Carolina can do that with their edge rushers, and potentially they are getting their top edge rusher back for the first time of the season. Bryce Yates. Jeff, talk about this guy.
Wreck shop on us against. We played UConn in the bowl game, and Bryce Yates.
8.
Oh my gosh. Whew.
Me and Alan, we were on the field for that one.
He destroyed Travion Green, who is no longer with the program.
About that guy. Travion, who is now left the program.
He is now gone. Yes, he is hundo percento gone.
But no, I mean, Bryce Yates was listed this way, and a lot of people have been
clamoring.
Where's Price? And he's listed on actually the first injury report we put out so far. Yesterday or so.
He hasn't even been mentioned any other time this season.
Him as probable, which means we should see him today.
I hope he comes out the Guardian.
My guess it's going to be on some sort of pitch count probably. But I'm really, really excited to see what Price can do. The pressure on the quarterback is huge. Obvious. I mean, I'm not duh. That's a dumb moment. I mean, we need that. And I've been waiting for him. I've been waiting for him.
I think all of us have. And not only that, but our interior has gotten better throughout the season. I feel like our interior is doing a better job, especially Dontre Robinson. That guy right there is becoming my guy. I love that dude. to death.
Yeah.
And he's
Xavier
really
Williams is playing good.
he is.
Leroy Jackson playing
Leroy
good.
Jackson's playing good.
Yeah.
So if the interior is playing solid,
and I think the other thing is, we talk about getting pressure. And it's
fill some run lanes.
It's kind of it's a little bit of a nuance to it, but I think we need to get pressure. I think it's important to get the pressure, but also keeping Cade in the pocket when we do that.
Okay, Wes, you know your Clemson. Yeah, I was about to say your Clemson team well. If you were to design to take away one thing from Clemson's offense, would you rather them have to beat you throwing the ball or running the ball? If you were to say, okay, I'm defending Clemson today, I'm going to take away one thing out of their arsenal. It's either going to be the passing game, or it's going to be I'm going to sell out for the pass, or I'm going to sell out for the run. You're going to have to beat me with the other. Which one would you sell out for?
I think with North Carolina, sell out on the run and make Cade pass the ball because of previous games this season. But it is concerning, hearing that you're getting this guy back. What was his name again? Defensive end.
Price Yates.
Yeah, because our offensive line has been not too good this year. And again, the veteran, we lost one offensive lineman last year. We got 4 back, and it's very concerning. And I think that's a lot to do with Cade's performance. He, especially against LSU, got a lot of pressure. LSU's front got a lot of pressure on him. He got happy feet and trying to run out of the pocket instead of stepping up in the pocket. And I really think that Cade doesn't really have much confidence right now in our offensive line. And to hear that, you guys got this guy coming back, that could give a spark to North Carolina's defense and get those guys up front, hustling and get some energy. And that's a little concerning. Can I change?
Could have a big game.
Can I change my prediction score again? No, but I mean, it is a little concerning. And
22-20
to see, to hear that. And but yeah, I mean, if I was North Carolina,
22-21,
stop the run and hey, make Cade beat us with the pass, which he hadn't been able to do.
So, here's the thing for me, and this is just me, and I want obviously Jeff's opinion and Alan's opinion on this from North Carolina side, and then I want Wes's Clemson's perspective. For me, in this game, personally, just me, I want the ball first. I want to feed off of the hype that I think that this crowd is going to give Max Johnson and the excitement. Come out there. If they're able to score, that's just going to boost them up even more. Then you get Price back, and the defense goes out.
Set the tempo.
Right.
Yep.
What about you?
I'm not normally a person that wants the ball like that first because I prefer to have it. But yeah, I think in this game, I want it.
Mm-hmm.
I want it first. I want to be able to go out and make a statement initially. So no, not normally. Not normally my fault or my preference.
Right.
But for this game, 100%. I want it first. I want to go out and make a statement right off the bat.
Alan, what about you?
No, I don't. I don't want the ball first this game.
Okay.
I want it coming out of the second half. And I mean, and yeah, North Carolina has gotten the ball first. I mean, a lot of the TCU game. I mean, look what they did. They went out, marched right down the field, scored a touchdown. Their defense got a four plays and went out, and that was basically it. Now, granted, UCF got the ball first 2 weeks ago, and
Central.
Central. They got the ball first, and then they marched right down the field and got a touchdown. So one or two things has to give. Me personally, I want the defense to come out first, set the tone, be like, hey, look, you're not getting nothing easy today. Maybe get an early, maybe not an early sack, but like knock Cade to the ground one or two times early and be like, hey, this is going to be your day. Good luck. And then, just set it up from there.
Mm-hmm.
Activated the blower out here.
I mean, and here's the thing. I mean, I guess there's no really right answer. I mean, that's like I said, my preference, but there's a lot. I mean, no, there's a lot of credence to what you just said, Alan. I mean, I'm with that too. I mean,
I can agree.
That says a lot too. So it's just,
Wes, you want the ball first? You want to say screw it? We're going on defense first.
No, I'd rather be on defense first. Kind of let come out and maybe set the tone. Defense, like I said, maybe get a quick turnover, or but yeah, I think I'd rather defense on the road. Defense first. Let them make a statement, and that's what I would prefer. And hey, guys, I got to get out too. I got to go hit the gym, let out some of this stress of being a Clemson fan. So
only 8:30. We're getting out of here anyway. It is that time.
It is.
Yeah, but I appreciate y'all having me on, man, and go Tigers.
Go Heels.
See you, Wes.
We love you, brother.
All
Oh
right,
man, it has been an awesome time over here. On Tar Heel Game Day, once again, dude, I'm enjoying doing these things, man. This has been a lot of fun, and it's been a great time added in.
Heck of a lot more fun than I envisioned myself having.
Dude, I remember after the first time that we did it live, like this, what was that, the Richmond game? Yeah. You like right after the game, we were taking a leak, and you're like, "Hey, man, this is awesome. This is a great time."
I did not envision myself doing this.
Yeah,
but. No, this is fun, man.
Well, you're doing a great job, Jeff.
No, it's just fun. I mean, it forces me to do a little bit more homework than I would normally.
You're doing it, daggum, pretty good, man. He's got 2 pages of notes.
It forces me. Normally,
I have nothing in front of me.
I made sure. Yeah, I did this last night after I got home from the baseball exhibition that went on forever.
Oh yeah, was it a long game?
It was 13 innings.
They played
Good Lord.
13 innings for the crap of it.
Yeah, for the fun of it.
Just to get
wasn't
people,
like 18-1.
It was 18-1. Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
the last inning, like in the 13th, the bottom of the 13th, and we're up like 18-1, and we get the third out, and we're like, all right, cool. Are we going home yet? Yeah. All right. And then
screw it, keep going.
Oh no, we kept going. Like, I guess the coaches had talked about it. Walter State wanted to run a couple more pitchers out there for a couple more batters.
Yeah.
So I think we wound up having like 6 outs in that inning.
Oh my God.
But it was, baseball team looks good, by the way.
Like that is absolutely wild.
There's your preview for baseball. We lost 7 of 9 guys basically.
Yeah.
And we reloaded pretty nicely. Because Walter State, they're a powerhouse JUCO team.
Really?
We typically get a guy or so from there every couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
Transfer wise, they are a powerhouse, and we made it look easy.
Sweet.
So baseball's looking good, so I'm already looking forward to that.
Maybe. Just
maybe
never
Omaha?
know. Maybe we can get back. Maybe we can beat Arizona this time around. I tell you, bro. But hey, we got some super cool things happening this week, man. It's going to be a good time. We're going to hit some comments really quickly, and then I'm going to break down this week very quickly, and then we're going to get out of here. Melinda Dolphin, always good to see her. She's in the chat. She says, I was up last night, definitely needed a nap before the game.
No.
Are you going to the concert? No. It starts in an hour and a half, and I have to be at the stadium at 9:45.
I'm not fighting that crowd anyway.
Dude, you know that crowd's got to be legit. Luda's coming in. Brett's laughing at it.
I don't think the crowd will be that thick.
I think it will.
I think they're going to show up for Luda.
I think it will, but
they'll show up for Luda.
Full disclosure, adult podcast moment. There's beers to be drunk in the tailgate. So.
Oh man, and then we got Brett also saying, "I'm rooting for Mac's success today. Would be a great story. Absolutely, dude. That would be an awesome story." Okay.
Yeah.
This week. Go ahead.
I know you want to get out of here, but what does Max have to do today to solidify the starting role going forward for the rest of the season? We don't have to talk about it. We can say that for we can save that for a different conversation.
Look competent.
Yeah, run the offense. Yeah,
provide a multifaceted. Be able to run a multifaceted offense.
Sustain drives. Score. I'm not saying I don't even think you have to win this game. Depending on how Clemson looks. If Clemson looks really good, now if Clemson looks horrible, then you got to go win the game.
Yeah.
That's just what the case is. You got to go in the game.
But if Clemson looks good
Mhm.
and he gives us a fighting chance,
There cannot be a day
then,
today.
Then yeah,
Right. There
And he's
cannot
got
be a
it.
moment today where it's like, man, Max is really costing us. There cannot be that question today. That statement cannot come out once today. We say that with Gio all the time. Like, hey, boy, Gio is really costing us right now. Max cannot have that moment today. That for me, that's exactly where this thing is.
You're right.
But this week's going to be really cool with the Hill Brothers, man. We're going to have a great time. We've got this game. We're going to have the post-game reaction. It's going to be live in the stadium after the game. Maybe Jeff will join me for that as well, possibly.
Sure.
You know, yeah. I mean, I'm just right down I'm literally like one section over from you.
All right.
So we
I'll do that.
could potentially do that, and it could be a good time, or we'll sulk together. That'll be okay.
Either way.
But also,
I feel a fourth Hill brother coming.
there you go. 1/4 parts.
1/4 parts, baby.
There we go. I would, you know,
This week in UNC athletics. Just
That's it.
saying.
hey, we talked about it. We talked about it. There's mom. There's good old mom. Mom has joined the chat. She says, "Hey." Hello, mother. That
Hi.
is Mama. That is Hill Mama. Not
really?
not said a Hill brother. That is Hill Mama.
Hill Mama, huh?
Here, mother.
Alan
Hill.
text.
My dad actually said he was watching earlier, but don't expect him to know how to comment.
Is
on
his
these things, so
name Steve?
It is.
I've saw him come through on my Facebook notifications. He's been watching on Facebook. I've noticed that.
It's Steve Blackwood.
That's
my
it.
dad, yeah.
Good old Steve.
He's
Good to
on a-
see you.
He's on a motorcycle trip in the mountains this weekend.
I couldn't tell you the name of any Ludacris songs. I know I call him Tez. He's Tez in my opinion. That's just what it is. He's Tez.
I don't know.
So anyway, so the Hill Brothers this week is going to be a good time. We got this game, and then on the bye week this week. Can't wait for that.
No, go ahead. 'Cause
You good?
no, yeah, go ahead. I
What-
got another thing. You mentioned bye week, and I got something else on that one too.
Throw it out. Throw it out.
Who makes the schedule?
Honestly, I'm happy
Good
for it.
question.
I'm not. Not this early.
No, this is not
I
what you
don't-
want. No.
2 buys, like I'm
One
not.
game in 27 days.
It's
it's
That's not
crazy.
it.
And then the next game after this is a Friday night, right? It's
Friday
a
night,
Friday in
10:30.
Cal. It's a 10:30 Friday night in California.
I didn't realize it was a Friday night.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Friday night, 10:30 kick.
Yeah.
It's going to
10:30
be a
East
late
Coast
watch
kick.
party. Good Lord.
I'm down, but who makes the daggone schedule? I mean, there's
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't get any favors done. Having both buys this early.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
I guess going forward, it's not going to be a problem because you're only going to have one buy because the
Mhm.
new what's the new thing with conference games and
Oh, yeah. They're changing. You're going to have, 9 conference games now or
And
something?
then-
Like that
Look, 9 conference games with an uneven amount of teams.
Yeah.
and then
And then we have to play a power, which I mean, North Carolina does that anyway. They pay a power 4.
well, I mean,
It's not like daggum, other teams that don't.
we throw we'll throw we throw an FCS in there, but
Yeah,
but you're going to they're going to limit the ability to be able to do how
Right.
many of those you do.
Right, because last year you had NC Central, but you played Minnesota. This year you had TCU, you had Richmond. Okay, a couple of years ago it was we had South Carolina, but then we played, was it App State? It was App State. But that's group of 5. So I mean that's a good team over there, and that was a nail biter. Allen was there for that one. But yeah, so that's interesting. I'm kind of okay with it this time around, just because of where the team is and everything else.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I mean, it's
Yeah.
extra time to figure stuff out, and maybe in hindsight, yeah, I mean, maybe it works out. I don't know. I just
Right.
It's
I just
going to work.
initially I don't like it. I mean, I like having that little bit. There's a lot normally later in the season. You need that rest. There's normally a point later in the
Yeah.
season when the grind of the season has taken a toll on you,
Mhm.
and guys are battered and beaten up a little bit,
Yeah.
and you need a week.
Yeah.
And we don't have that now. So
I guess
yeah,
the good
it's
thing
kinda-
is you're
it's-
playing
it's
on
give and
2
take there.
Fridays. You've got a
So-
Friday, the Cal game, and then a Friday on Halloween. So I mean, it gives you some time, I guess you could
Do we have
say.
that too?
Huh?
Okay.
Yeah, we got the Halloween Friday night game there as well. But
That's you're right, Brett. Yes, sir. I like that, Brett.
oh man, yeah, it's still like 52 degrees outside out here right now. It's
Bro,
crazy.
if he is hunting,
Deer season's coming, dude.
he must have had a good
Ooh,
morning.
It's not here yet, but it's coming in. It's
Alan,
coming here.
Speaking of which, Alan, the second I left my house this morning, I went down the road and I passed Sonic, right, going heading towards, like I was going to go to 21. Right there, Alzo Nobel, massive 8-pointer walking across the street, almost nailed him. Massive.
No, you should have took him out.
Like 2 years ago, we had an albino deer run behind us back here.
That is legit.
Right here.
That is
right
awesome.
Only albino deer I've ever seen. It was cool.
That is absolutely. Cool. Yeah, I would have. Cool, I had to chase him down, son.
I think I've got a phone. I've got a picture on my phone somewhere. I got to find it.
That is wild. Anyway, okay. So the Hill Brothers this week is going to be really cool. Tuesday, we are going to be live early Tuesday morning at the ACC tip-off. Alan and
I was like, why are we being live Tuesday? I got to work, but never mind.
Yeah. Myself, Alan, and our other Hill brother, who's excited and coming fresh off a victory with the San Francisco 49ers. Hey ho to the funny farm.
You need a break, yeah. You need
a
break on that one,
yeah. Tori is going to be with us. We're going to be live at the ACC tip-off. We're going to do an early morning show live, kind of talk about everything basketball-wise. There's a lot to chit-chat about. And then later on, we'll do a live reaction to everything after everything's done, and we're getting ready to get out of there. So it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to getting over there. I'm looking forward to getting back to Charlotte and getting up there to the ACC tip-off. I really enjoyed the kickoff a lot. Alan can tell you about how I was just running around like a adolescent child who needed like a Disneyland leash on me. Yeah. I was just having a good time. Yes. That's exactly what it was. I was just like, I want to go here. And hopefully
I have me an upscale notebook. I have me an upscale notebook this time.
I'm stealing everything that they give us again. That's just I need another ACC pad.
You have to have you got to get the goodies. The
giveaways. Oh, dude, yeah, 100%.
It's
100%.
The schedule, the pen, the notepad.
I will not be at the blue-white game tonight or this afternoon. I will be coming back home.
Is that going to be televised anywhere?
No.
ESPN Plus.
No, I'm taking my oldest daughter. My youngest daughter is asleep in the truck and has been since I made her my youngest daughter wanted to come to the game with me today. So I was like, all right, cool. It's like, we got to leave at 5. You got to get up at 5. We got to get up at 5 to pick my buddy up in Hillsborough and come down the street. So she's been asleep in the backseat of my truck since we got here.
I heard her voice earlier when I rolled up, and that's all.
But but I'm taking my oldest daughter to a concert in Durham tonight. She's home from college. So
boom.
So I'm taking her to a concert. So now I'll be hanging out for a few minutes to let the traffic die down. Then I got to go.
Yeah. Now I got to get over there to the stadium and knock that stuff out. So anyway, let's get out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you all for being here. Be sure and tune in to the game today, 12 p.m. on ESPN. Clemson favorite 14.5, 77.6% chance of victory per ESPN matchup predictor. It's going to be a good game. See you guys in the post-game reaction. Pray to God that Max Johnson is going to be the answer to this offense and Freddie Kitchens calls a good game. And as always, go Heels.
Go Heels.
Go Heels, baby.
I need to turn on some music. I'm going to do that now.
Yippee!
I can't find the overlay. There it is.